Cuba's highlights run from the salsa clubs of downtown Havana, or Habana to the locals, to tropical beaches, wild mountain trails, and quirky old-fashioned book markets. So if you only have a short time in the country, it can be tricky to know where to start. Our list of things not to miss will point you in the right direction. There's no better place than Havana to see the biggest bands and join the hottest dancers on the circuit. Spend time lazing about on Varadero, the longest, most impressive beach in Cuba. It's backed by palm trees and fronted by unruffled blue and green waters. Ride around Havana or Varadero in one of Gran Car's classic 1950s cars, a testament to both US engineering and Cuban ingenuity. All the idiosyncrasies of Havana are on display along the Malecon Esplanade, the majestic and crumbling buildings, beatbox salsa, kissing couples, and jineteros. Bring Cuba's recent history to life with a day of trekking along the La Plata mountain trail to explore Fidel Castro's revolutionary base camps. Old Havana, or Habana Vieja, is one of the best preserved colonial centres in the Americas, with perfectly restored centuries-old buildings dotted throughout its narrow streets. The small but highly successful Alejandro Robaina tobacco plantation offers refreshingly down-to-earth tours and an insight into one of Cuba's biggest exports. The colourful stalls set up around the lovely old Plaza de Armas offer a feast of fabulous vintage pre- and post-revolution magazines, plus postcards, photos, posters and vinyl. Take a trip on the antiquated electric Hershey train, which slowly winds through the best of the gentle countryside from Havana province to Matanzas. Benefiting from the calm waters of the Caribbean Sea, not to mention copious marine life, the diving at south coast spots like Maria la Gorda and Punta Frances is world class. The magnificently decorative Palacio del Valle is the icing on the cake during a wander around the broad avenues of the Bayside Punta Gorda district in laid-back Cienfuegos. July is the best time to visit Santiago, Cuba's second city. It's when the vibrant music scene boils over and the annual carnival brings fabulous costumes, excitement and song to town. The much-visited old town of Trinidad is packed with colonial mansions and churches, threaded together by cobbled streets and compact plazas. Take a seat alongside the exuberant crowds at one of the country's timepiece stadiums for a game of National League baseball. These days you can tour Museo Presidio Modelo, the isolated prison where Fidel Castro and his cohorts were incarcerated. Experience the quiet splendour of Necrópolis de Colón, an extensive cemetery in Havana's Vedado district, and admire the grandiose mausoleums of the dead. Jewel of coastal eastern Cuba, tiny Baracoa makes an ideal base for exploring the verdant rainforest, mountain peaks, and tranquil rivers dotted about this part of Guantanamo province. The Key's stunning white sand beaches sit in isolated splendour at the end of a narrow causeway. A guided walking tour through the narrow underground chambers of the Caverna de Santo Tomás, replete with colonies of bats, is a thrilling Tolkien-esque outing. Santiago was the birthplace of Trova, so it's unsurprising that it's the country's top spot for dancing to traditional music, banged out by veteran musicians.